afternoon. Well, I just got through watching a video that's really, it's very good, well done. It's called Being Taken, and it's on, if you have Amazon Prime, it's on there. Again, Being Taken. It's about people that have been abducted, alien abductions, and it's, you know, some of those are kind of really but this one is, like I said, very, very well done, and it's got the Betty and Barney Hill, and it has the audio of their, you know, of Barney talking about what happened. And I mean, it's really, it's intense. It's intense. And then also they're interviewing Travis Walton. That, you know, they did that movie, and he said that movie is totally, you know, totally bogus. And so again, he was very convincing and said maybe they will make a movie that is realistic to what happened. That I would like to see. Now, yeah, Travis Walton was gone for 5 days, and they've interviewed them numerous times, given them numerous the tests and stuff, and they passed it every time. Lie detector tests. Everybody involved in it has passed it time and time and time again. So anyway, if you're interested in that type of thing, you know, it's a good one to watch, Being Taken. And most of the people in there are saying, you know, that really they were scared at first, but in the end they believe that these are benevolent beings. And so, yeah. So it's got those out there that have worked hard to discredit what was happening as a hoax, etc. And then they have one guy that made a hoax video, and he told them this is a hoax video, and they put it out there like it was genuine. So, you know, we have both sides of the equation, but very, very well done movie. So I'm going to leave this here. Again, if you want to watch it, I'll put the name of it again in the description. It's called Being Taken, and you can see it on Amazon. So anyway, like I said, I'm, you know, happy to share what I find, what's going on. It's kind of the reason I did the music today, the one on contact. So, time for my medicine, the joy of diabetes. I have to take the allogliptin at a certain time, so it's telling me, take your medicine. I also, you know, did a thing on Betty and Barney Hill and stuff, and it's, okay, it's something that they are trying to balance, you know, this, what happened. That it's something they want to share. It's something they're holding on to, what this experience was. In a way, it's kind of a burden that they've been carrying. Again, they're working on sharing what happened. They want to put out the energy of it, what it was, again, to put the truth out there. In the past, you know, they had a lot of, there's been a whole lot of things, you know, talked about, fantasy and this and that and other nonsense. Then the hopes and fears we have, the tower, you know, kind of want to putting an end to the drama and the fantasy about it, you know, and putting out the truth of it. So that's what I got. Basically, they're offering the truth of what happened. They want to share that with people. They want to get them more informed. And it's not in a bad way, okay? So again, you know, I just did this reading to see what it had to say about them, because like I said, listening to Barney Hill, very, very telling, very telling. He was absolutely just terrified in the beginning. You know, he'd see these, and I got to put these binoculars down. I can't look at this. Oh my God, help me. And I mean, literally, he's praying and saying, help me with this. I'm just, you know, and this was no BS thing. You could tell this was really something that was going on with him. And they're very credible people. Betty and Barney Hill. Actually, they're kind of cute together. Nice couple, very, very sweet couple. So anyway, I'm going to leave this here for now, and if you're interested in that type of thing, I think this is one of the best videos I've ever seen on it, where they have very credible people on here talking about this subject. Like I said, for myself, you know, I've had some interaction with the thing. I cannot say I have been on a craft. I have not been to my waking knowledge, I'll put it that way. Although as a child, I remember when I was very young, I was outside and I saw this thing streaking across the sky when I lived in Kansas. And so that, you know, was the closest I think I've gotten to seeing a craft. Although the pictures I took last night, there is one picture in there that's got this bright light that's up close by the moon. That's kind of interesting. And I'm going, what is that? Anyway. Here I am in New Mexico, where they're supposed to have some sort of an underground base somewhere out here, who knows where. And we'll see what happens, you know. I would be open to meeting an extraterrestrial as long as they're on the law of one in the beneficial side of it. The dark side, I'm not interested in, you know, in that whatsoever. So, you know, we'll see what happens. If I get a contact, I would let you know absolutely in a heartbeat. But like I said, you know what? I've read in the Raw Collective, Law of One, and the Quo, what I teach is, and I've been teaching since 1999, is right in alignment with that. So, you know, I'm like, okay, well, this is right in alignment with what I know my direct experience is. Now, there's one on there, and at first his stuff sounds okay on the surface, but then I've seen some other things that he put out there which are definitely not of the light of actually talking about Donald Trump and his past lives, etc. When they started going into that, it was like, no. This is totally 180 degrees dark, wrong, not in the right thing. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah, you need to be careful with what it is you're listening to, because sometimes it can sound good on the surface, and they'll be putting things out that are correct, that are true, and then they start slipping in some shadow things, and then once that shadow thing takes hold, they start spinning it more and more out of control. And again, I've talked about that before. That's the way darkness works. That's the way shadow works. That they put in the seed of doubt, they put in some little shadow, and they start continuing pulling it away from the light, okay? And they do it in such a subtle way that it's difficult for people to realize that's what's taking place. okay? So on that note, I'm going to leave this here. On another note, it was very interesting today. I heard from somebody that had talked to me when I was living in the Green Hotel up in India 22 years ago. Yes, he actually wrote today and said, I contacted you 22 years ago when you were in the Green Hotel and I was in Hawaii, and I just wanted to tell you I'm about halfway on my path. Things are going really well. You know, I haven't met anybody else like you that's got this information, etc. Can you turn me on to someplace? So I turned him on to Quo in the Raw Collective and the Law of One. I think that would be beneficial for that person going forward. But it's, interesting when you have had contact, and they said they watch me throughout the years. They tune in and watch, just kind of keep up on things. Yeah, always interesting to hear from somebody from years and years ago. Okay, so wish him well on his journey. Fabulous. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here. Again, the movie's called Being Taken. Thanks for tuning in.